Hello everyone and welcome back to WAW Bandai Products and Figure Review. Today we got a special announcement. I managed to get a total of 144 subscribers as of this recording, so I'm really stoked. Again, please like and subscribe, share these videos all over the place for people that are into Gunpla, model building, and all sorts of other stuff. You guys are what's helping me make a lot more cooler content, and yeah. So speaking of cool content, I actually had to buy 3 of these model kits because of what I am planning on doing, which is going to be a diorama dealing with these specific kits, and there's a lot actually within these kits. And what kit are you that I'm talking about that you're wondering? Well, let's take a look at this, the MS-06 Zaku Ground War set, and this is the Universal Century 1 Year War. And this actually does not just come with the Zaku, which you see right here, but it also comes with the tanks, 2 to be precise. So yeah, this is already looking like a cool model kit. So let's take a look around the sides. You can see where everything is. You got a bazooka, rocket grenades, 2 tanks, obviously the Zaku right over here, and various other cool things on here. But yeah, that is actually pretty cool. And on the other side of the box, we can see generally animations for from the 1 Year War. I'm not sure if this is like from a video game per se. Any of you that are kind of familiar with this kit, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is actually looking like a pretty cool model kit actually. So the back and front of cover, yeah, so it has where you can even launch a rocket towards the tank. So let's take a look at this really cool battle set that I'm actually going to be working on my next diorama depicting the front of this cover. So definitely look forward to that build review that I'm probably going to be doing since it's going to be for a competition. So let's take a quick dive into this wonderful model kit and see what all the real cool goodies in here that is really rare to find. So let's roll intro and take a look on the inside of this 144 scale model kit. Alright, as you can see, this is a high-grade Universal Century, and this is an interesting kind of thing that this is a high-grade. So, yeah, this is a really nice, and also this is a re-release because of the blue emblem on here. But this is a older kit. This is from 2009, based off of what the box has said on here. So let's take a look to see everything on here. Since we kind of got around the sides, let's take a look at the inside of this unit. And let's always start off with the instruction manual, like always, for we understand what we're going to be looking at for this. Again, since this is a 2009 issue, we can even see the instruction manual is the standard blue, or red, my apologies. And this is again a 144 scale high grade, so not a lot of detail, but this thing actually has quite a bit of parts and things that are, there's a lot with this kit. So let's, unfortunately I don't have a, I may eventually do like an English translation, take a picture of this and have like an English translation for we all can read this. That might be for later if I can figure out certain apps and stuff. But this is giving us a rough synopsis of the 1 year war, and from what I'm understanding, because there's a lot of CGI imaging here, I'm thinking this is more tailored from a video game. Again, we actually, let's take a look at more of the cooler color images. So we actually have a whole bunch of cool, like, battle scene here, and this is mostly what I'm going to be doing for a lot of my diorama, is this kind of battle scene here. So I got a lot of reference photos, and we have the tanks from the Federation. So that, and yeah, these actually show quite a bit of detail. The barrels can move up and down. There will be, you can have tank treads damage with some of the treads popping off, and even an explosion with the turret popping off. So that's actually kind of cool. But yeah, so let's fully take a look at the instruction manual. It is a fairly long instruction manual, so let's start off with the basically the parts here. So this is basically the standard parts for the Zaku. I believe there might be another one for, no, this is actually for both, and it does give us duplication. So we have runner A, which is going to be mostly the main body for the Zaku. Again, runner B for the arms and legs, and various other for weapons. And we also have the tank, which comprises of 2 runners for that, which we'll look into, and an effects pack, and various other pieces for the tank and the PVC. So let's move on to the assembly process. It's going to be basically the standard high-grade Zaku that you're going to be building. So the torso, the hoses, and all that fancy jazz that comes with normally these kits. It's only when you start getting into these parts over here, there's actual rockets that are on here that you can actually do like a blast effect, which if I'm reading the instructions right, they are multiple rockets that can slide in and out of these housings. So that's actually kind of cool, and we'll definitely take a look to see in the box on what those actually look like. Again, we have the chest, armor, shoulder, feet. Moving on to, we have the blasters here, like the bazookas. This one actually is going to have a cool effects pack with a with one of the grenade launchers with the bazooka. So that's actually going to be pretty cool. And it looks like we actually have some hand grenades, Zaku size hand grenades, so that's going to be very interesting, and you can I can play with that a little bit. And you can even see here that this is where the rocket launcher is going to be. So yeah, this is already looking pretty cool as is. And then, like I said, we have some like a Panzerwaffe. I just butchered that name. It's basically like Panzer Fist, kind of like a grenade that it can throw, or like a small rocket propelled grenade. And also it has this is the part that's actually kind of cool. It actually has a bazooka with the actual round going out of the bazooka, so you can actually have a pretty cool smoke effect coming from both front and back, which is going to be something I'm going to be working on. And it also has the round in 2 pieces, so that's kind of interesting how that's going to be put together. And this is also another cool thing. It just doesn't come with tanks, but it comes with 2 hover bikes for the Zeon side, and it comes with a pilot each with various added effects. Again, we have like the tank treads here, so this is going to be like almost like a standard 1/44 scale battle tank, but it's actually it actually has 2 barrels, as you can see. So this is actually a pretty heftier size tank. The instructions for that also goes more into this side. So it does give us a paint guide of everything that we want, all the weapons and special effects that this comes with. Again, it also shows the bike, the decals or sticker placements for the unit itself, and we also have the sticker layout for the Zaku markings, and we also have various soldiers that we have. And also, this is the kind of cool thing is, if you live in Japan, you might be able to find these, is bigger scales of the vehicles and people, such as this main battle tank, that you can find in a 1/32nd scale version of this. Well, this is 1/44 scale, so very, very tiny. It's almost the size of this remote, almost, here. So we will actually look at that when we actually go and dive into that. So, but yeah, this is actually the cool thing that I actually noticed is that these are actually decals. So these are not stickers. These are actual water slide decals, which is going to make decaling this so much cooler. And I don't actually have to go out and buy special decals for this. But we'll get into those when we actually look at the box itself and start looking at the model itself. So that is actually the instruction manual, and this actually gives us a cool thing at the back with the Zaku, the launcher, and various other things, because the tank was more on the other side right here. So we have a nice centerfold of everything that is in this kit, from the tank, the Zaku on this side, and the 2 hover bikes and various other little soldiers, and with a whole bunch of reference photos for if you wanted to do a diorama, which just is almost screaming to me to build this. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the inside of the box. We'll start off with this runner here first. And this is basically the PVC pieces for all the joints, so they're very typical. This is the section for the main body for, or at least the front and back for the Zaku, and some side armors. We have the section for the eye and various armor pieces and backpack and shield. And we have the iconic hoses that will go onto this unit. I'm still debating on whether I want to have them colored or if I just do a green concept. So the plastic is the same color, so it's like this is going to be more like an olive drab that I would paint this as. While the other ones would be more of a dark green. Again, when I start doing more build tutorials, I'll start saying what kind of colors match these quite well for when you are assembling, when you don't want to just do a straight build. So overall, the plastic is well done. It is in roughly the colors that it needs to be. So yeah, that's already looking really nice. Again, this is a high grade, so there's not going to be a lot of detail, but there's going to be enough detail with these kits. So let's move on to the next portion of the runners. Alright. So this is actually the coolest part here. If you can actually see those. Those are upside down. There we go. These are actual water slide decals. So this is very rare to have Bandai give us an actual sheet of water slides. This will make decaling this unit so much better, where I don't have to constantly randomly check. And I feel like, because if you look on the back here, it actually has a blue square. So I'm actually thinking these are actually very brand new, that they actually gave us instead of, but it also has the blue square here, so it's kind of like a mix kind of thing going on here. So, but that's actually pretty cool that it actually gives us water slide decals for a lot of like the numbers and things like that. So that's going to be really cool, especially that I actually have multiple Gundams or Zakus that I'm going to be building. So that gives me a lot of spare decals to work with. But now let's take a look at this, which are 2 parts. So we'll just look at the one here. And this is actually the coolest thing because I never find kits like this where it actually gives me other vehicles such as tanks. So this is going to be like a standard tank kit where you have the bottom of the chassis. The turret is in 2 pieces. This is actually kind of the coolest and the weirdest thing about this kit is that it actually has 2 tank barrels. Compared to a single tank barrel, we have 2 side armors, a side hatch, and yeah, we also have a piece for the top of the turret. This is also where we see a lot of the wheels. We have the turret right here for the turret hatch, various wheeled sprockets. We have the main top of the main body, which is actually really good detail. As you can see, there's a lot of cool raised detail on those, especially on the top of the turret. Again, that little circle part, there would be a hatch there. But yeah, this is actually looking really cool. And it has the Zaku's hands here for various gripping and for the weapons. So again, this gives us 2 tanks. And if I remember right, this actually gives us the option of having damaged and non-damaged. So it gives you the flexibility of having either both of the tanks with battle damage or without battle damage, which gives us a really good flexibility depending on what you want to do. Let's just say I am going to be blowing the heck out of one of these tanks. So look forward to those kinds of fun things. But yeah, the inside, they're about standard pegs. They'll just clip into each other. Again, these are snap tights, and these are roughly the colors that they need to be. So I just need to find this kind of I would almost say this is like a Panzer Gray. So yeah, that's the tank for the most part for it. That's actually the coolest part. Why I really like this and wanted to get this game is because this actually came with 1/44 scale tanks from the series that can actually do more battle dioramas. Moving on to the next set of runners. And looks like this one's a pretty good plastic one. I misplaced my knife, so it's taking me a little bit longer to open these up. Alrighty. Let's move these decals into a safer place. So let's just put those back in the box over here. So now we're looking at the armor pieces for the Zaku, which we have the front and back for the bottom of the legs. We have the side shield armor. We have the top of the head, which we have 2 variants that we can do. We can do a commander type, which it has the horn here, or we can do a standard. I'm probably going to do the standard just because it's going more based off of the box cover. We also have the tops of the feet. We have various other hands. This would basically require us to paint. That's the only thing that I'm kind of surprised that these aren't the color that they're supposed to be. But that's not too much of an issue. Same thing with the hands. It looks like they're going to need to be painted green and then do like a dark iron color or Panzer Gray for the hands. Not too much detail. Again, this is an older kit, so I kind of got complacent with a lot of the parts being roughly the color they're supposed to, but overall it's actually pretty good. This is probably the part that I'm disappointed but still happy at the same time, is the shoulder armor. That just gonna be a kind of a pain to seamline that horn and size, but I'm getting better at filling seams, So that's the only one I'm probably going to have trouble with is the shoulder armor to make sure that looks decent. But again, this is really good plastic. This is more of like a lighter tannish color for green. So I might just explore doing different color schemes with this to make it to match more like a desert environment. But yeah, this is already looking fairly well. Moving on to the weapons portion of this runner, and this is actually the part that's actually the coolest, is that regardless of the detail or lack of detail for some of the hands and various other parts, this actually gives us quite a bit of detailed for like a lot of parts. We have the blaster, which is actually comprised of 2 pieces for its main blaster. Same with the bazooka. It's in front and back half, so that probably was going to need some sanding, filling and sanding for that. But this is the part that's actually going to be the coolest, are the little rockets that are here. So let's take a quick look. There's actually, I believe, 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. There are 6 of these which go into these housings. So the cool thing that I could do is I could have these be like launching out with smoke coming out of these. So there's several ideas that I could do. And I have 6 of these. So I definitely can experiment with these. We also have it where these are on an ankle bracelet. So these are going to be going on the sides of the legs for the lower portion. And we have various other joint pieces. So yeah, this is going to be giving us quite a bit of fun to actually build these together. So this is a really cool weapon set that they actually give us with the amount of detail actually. This is the part that I'm actually quite impressed with, is the amount of detail for the weapons, at least, compared to like the unit itself. So let's move on to some of the other runners, and I believe these are going to be duplicates, but we'll still take a look at both. Alrighty, so these are both E runners. So these are the actual parts that are going to be actually the kind of the coolest, is that we actually get, this is where the Panzer grenade is here, which is comprised of like 2 pieces. So we have a front and back. We also have the grenade itself that would be launched from the bazooka, and we also have a blast effect, which is actually kind of cool. And this is where we also find the treads for the tanks, and we have a damage tread, and we also have the grenade, which just basically is 2 pieces which just snap together to make like a kind of a squarish kind of thing. But yeah, so we get 2 of these grenades. Same with this. That's actually pretty cool that we can do multiple bazooka blasts coming towards these units. And then we even have little hover bikes, which are actually kind of cool in itself. So we have various pilots and stuff like that. So we need a very small paintbrush to paint these. But we get 2 Zeon, and we get a various other Federation soldiers in 1/44 scale. So that's actually pretty cool, since we don't get many 1/44 scale pilots or people, especially for battle dioramas like this. So yeah, that's for that. Again, it's the same thing on this side. It gives us again another, it's all duplicates, so we can do the exact same thing over and over, which is actually kind of cool that it gives us 2 of these bazooka rounds, which is really cool because I could just use this for another kit that I'm working with that can do the same effect. So yeah, that happens to be this wonderful kit here. So yeah, that's everything that's inside of this kit. And yeah, this is a really, really cool kit. And I have 3 of these. Counting this one, I have 3 of these, and I'm going to be making a cool diorama out of these. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, especially with how in-depth this particular kit has been. This is like, I'm amazed at how much is actually in this kit. So definitely look forward to the diorama that I'm going to be building in October for this. I have a lot of plans for this one, possibly adding LED lighting too, for explosions, smokes effects, kind of like how I did with the Barbatos battle diorama that I won the diorama competition for. So definitely look forward to this final kit. I may do a how-to or a tutorial build kit for this, but until then, please like and subscribe. If you have any models that you want to be featured on here, any new models from the Universal Century, Gundam, Unicorn, and various other mecha series that aren't necessarily Gundam, even Neo Genesis and Macross, that I have several of those that I'm planning on doing reviews for. So please let me know in the comments below on what kind of model kits you want to be featured on here for a review, for, you know, just curiosity, what's the latest model out there, and or a model that you want to be, you know, put together but are hesitant to start because you want to know roughly what to expect from that model kit, and that is what I'm here for. So again, please like and subscribe. I'm at 144. Let's see if we can break to 200 or at least 150 in, you know, the next couple of months. So again, I will see you guys in the next episode and look forward to more Gundam and Gunpla products.